Yo, what's up? Not really sure where to start with this just because I haven't fucking done it in so long that I don't even know what to talk about anymore. Hope all of you motherfuckers have been great. I haven't been able to do a podcast in forever because my life's been fucking turmoil, I feel like. Been bouncing from job to job, thing to thing. Just living fucking life, obviously, but. Anyways, so basically, I don't know even where I guess I want to start with this. I mean, I got tons of so much has fucking happened since the last time I've even done one of these. I mean, I guess I could start with the interviewees themselves. I mean, early on in the podcast, I had kind of an amazing, kind of grand scheme to everything. I was gonna try to do the Joe Rogan thing and interview people, and I don't know, just meet different people and hear different perspectives and shit. And I guess I don't know. Somewhere in starting this, I started getting bored with it almost. Like, let me turn this shit so I'm not looking off to the side. Um, yeah, somewhere in all that, I was getting bored. Like, just talking. I mean, like, I do like talking to new people. I like interviewing. I like the idea of interviewing someone, learning about what they have to tell me. I don't know if it was just like my first guest. Obviously, was the man. I really like Michael Mojalowski as well. Mojalewski, sorry, apologize, name. And I mean, I just don't know if like interviewing in that style is for me. I feel like I want this podcast to revolve more around comedy and just good times, friends, things that when people tune in, they don't feel like they're at school or something. Or I mean, it's cool to like learn. Obviously, like everybody wants to learn new shit. That's the point of interviewing these people, is because they're the masters of whatever they do. Like I'm the master of what I do, whatever the fuck that is. But I mean, like they each have their own kind of field and speciality. So with that, I was hoping, obviously learn from these people and stuff, which I am. I definitely have been learning, and I've been trying to be very humble about it. But I don't know. It's just like it doesn't do it for me, and I thought it would. I thought, the whole idea of like, yeah, I'm gonna meet somebody new and podcast with them, and wonder what this guy's gonna be about. But first, yeah, it was kind of a little stressful, a little awkward because I didn't really know where I wanted to go with it. I think I was trying to be someone I wasn't, and that was coming out in my podcast, and that was really frustrating me because every time I watched him, I was like, "What the fuck? Who is that dude? What is this like?" I'm just overanalyzing myself, obviously, and that's gonna happen anyways. But I don't know. There's something about it. It just didn't feel real. It felt fake while I was doing those podcasts, almost like I was some fucking robot or something. I wasn't able to like just be natural, and I didn't like that. I felt like I could be more natural, obviously, in one of my last podcasts when I was talking to my bud, and I've known him obviously for years, so like, I felt way more comfortable to talk about whatever and just talk about things that meant something to me, and I felt like I was more genuine and more into it, more into the conversation, obviously, just because they were things that did matter to me, or I felt like were important, or not even important. I just felt like I'm conversing with my friend and we can talk about whatever. There wasn't a big like, I don't know, just like I didn't have to impress him. There was no weirdness about it, so I was able to obviously be myself, and I feel like that articulated well into that podcast, just because obviously like we've known each other for years. And then the topic of conversation, anything from marijuana to fucking robots to law, police, anything, it doesn't matter. Like, I want to feel open to talk about whatever, but I feel like when I'm interviewing somebody I don't know, I have to pussyfoot around their, I mean, I shouldn't have to. It's my podcast, it's my whatever. I don't like pissing people off, and not even just pissing people off, but I don't like being that guy, whatever that fucking means. But I don't want to be the one to be like, hey, come on my podcast, and then I'm a total, like, all I'm doing is talking about the shit I want to talk about and being a dickhole. Like, I don't know. So I just felt like, obviously this was me interviewing them. It's their kind of chance to shine. And so it really isn't about me at all. I'm just there, in spirit to kind of guide him or her. Obviously, there hasn't been a her yet, but the guy, whoever my interviewer was, through talking about what it is they do, and obviously filling in the audience, etc. So like, obviously, I was trying to be a guide in that sense, but I felt like I was limited in my ability to really have an opinion. I mean, I could have my opinion, I could give it to them and stuff, but like some of the people I are interviewing, I don't really. I could see the interview going real south, real sour. Maybe not because I'm like mad at them or anything, but just because I'm so open about anything in terms of conversation that certain people are very kind of conservative, And so, like, where I would talk about, the positives of psychedelics or something like that, I feel I never really know when I mention something like that, depending on who I'm interviewing. Shouldn't matter anyways, but I care about people's feelings. I care about their opinions. I care about their perspectives. Like, I want to hear what they have to say on it. But I feel like when I bring up things like that, it's like, oh, well, here we go. Like, he's going down the fucking rabbit hole, hippie talk, all that shit. And it's, I don't know. Just depending on who the person is, how open they are to conversations like that. I mean, those are the conversations I really want to have. Those are like, that's what I want this to be. I want it to be about things that matter, things that are important. I want it to be about fucking nothing. I want it to be funny. I want it to, whatever. I just want people to watch this shit and just feel like they didn't waste their time. That's all I want out of this. And I feel like before I was just trying way too hard to be like, oh, I'm podcasting and I'm doing it. And I was too caught up in like trying to be something I wasn't, and that's unfortunate. And so I'm trying to be true to myself and with this podcast, which is why I took kind of a break from it, because it wasn't really heading in the direction I wanted it to, and also why I felt like I had to make this. Just I needed to do another single podcast by myself so I could really get out how I feel about things in general, plus kind of elaborate or analyze and kind of explain all the podcasts that have kind of happened so far, in my opinion of them. I mean, they've been a blast. They've been fun. Nothing to anyone I've interviewed at all. Like, I had a great time. Like, it was very, kind of got me out of my box, made me think. It got me out of my comfort zone, because I had to really, like, be on point and think and be right there. I mean, these are people I've never met before, not even talked to until I hit that play button, and then it starts recording, and then their face pops up, and I'm like, hey, how are you? Ooh, that's awkward. And so I feel like this podcast could evolve into something a lot better and more entertaining than what it has been so far, and that's partially my fault, because I've been so busy, and I've been trying to put multiple eggs in multiple baskets, and I'm not getting anything in any basket because I'm dividing myself too thin. I'm spreading myself too thin everywhere in my life in general, and that's kind of come out not only in the podcast but in other aspects of my life, and I'm starting to notice that if I want to be good at any one thing, I really got to hone down and try to do better with that, as with anyone. I mean, like, if you want to be good at something in life, you got to put your time into it, and you got to learn, you got to get experience. It doesn't matter what it is, and if you want to be the best at it, obviously you got to fucking take your time, reanalyze, just really, really hone in on what it is that you feel like maybe you're making mistakes, or you could be better, or it doesn't really matter. But anyways, I've been rambling on about this shit for a little bit now, so let's skip to another topic here. I guess I kind of have like a little story. I don't know how to really like start it, but I mean, from the beginning would be the best place, obviously. I guess I don't even really know how I want to go about it. It's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of like, but it's funny. It's good fun at the same time. But like for other people, obviously, for me, I was annoyed. I was irritated. I mean, about, I would say, a month or 2 months ago, I got in contact with someone who claimed that they were an agent through a website called Backstage, which is for actors to get gigs and stuff. So I auditioned for a children's show, or so I thought. And this is through like a reputable website. Like, everyone that goes through there, there's various channels that you have to go through to even post stuff. So upon reviewing this audition, here I'm sitting like, okay, this is legit, whatever. And unfortunately, it was not legit at all. And I bought into it. I made an audition tape for it and all that. The dude's name is Paul Andazola, living in California, that motherfucker. And hey, you said you wanted me to say your name, so I'm saying it now, dog. But yeah, so this dude, hits me up, among other people. Like, I know he sent emails to a variety of other people, and he tried to hook everyone with meals included, airfare included, royalties off the show, a bunch of crazy incentives to want to get this role, pretty much. And so I auditioned for it. I sent him my audition tapes, whatever. He contacted me by phone. We were having lots of conversations. And this went over a series of weeks. Like, after I did that audition, he kept in contact with me and tried to be my mentor. Hey, how you doing today? Like, what are you doing to evolve your craft? What do you, at the time I was thinking like, oh, cool, I have someone on my side that's like helping me out. I'm gonna do this. Like, this person's been nothing but positive energy. They're reinforcing like my dreams. Like, what is this? Someone that actually cares. And unfortunately, like, my first red flag should have been typing his name into Google, or his email address into Google, because it all sounded a little shady, a little too good to be true. So anyways, I type that in, and I get a website, and it's the exact casting call that I applied to, that someone else had applied to, that he had gotten a hold of as well. And that person got a little more sketched out than I did, and immediately saw the red flags where I didn't. And that guy did some research and shit, found out that the email that was attached to the guy's name and such was registered with like an adult website, a bunch of shit. So, like, a foot fetish website specifically. And so eventually, I'm talking to this dude for weeks. He's telling me about, like, his son and shit. He's telling me all these things that kind of, lull me into a sense of security. He's going to help me, figure it out when I'm going to move there, like how I'm going to get the money, helping me out, all, like, being a mentor. And it was weird because he was legit being positive. He was being a mentor. He's pumping me up, telling me all the right things, having me sit down, articulate the things I wanted in acting. And then through this, like, through him making me sit down and figure those things out, it did help me. But it was something good that came out of something bad, because while he was pushing me to do all this, and this was a positive thing, and it was helping my craft, it's helping me with the business aspect of this, it's helping me in a variety of ways, really narrow down what it is I want out of all this. And yeah, so with the foot fetish thing, I was like, that's kind of weird. I'm going to ask him about it. So I asked him about it, and he came up with some fucking lie, obviously, and covered whatever. So me being dumb and humble and fucking like, oh, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He seemed to explain himself pretty well, but that's weird, And so anyways, I get in contact with the site because, something about it is just still making me feel a little bit sketch. So, I emailed them all the conversations we've been having back and forth. I got in contact with his name, all that stuff. I get an email back from the website at Backstage telling me that the dude is banned from the website. The acting gig that he, like, put up there to the fucking children's show didn't even exist. So the dude was collecting, and you wait till I tell you what he had me fucking send for an audition, and that's probably what's going to make you laugh. Because this foot fetish motherfucker sent me a children's show thing of Kermit the Frog, which, I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, oh, Sesame Street, whatever. And it's a one where Kermit's fucking teaching a pair of feet how to do feet shit. And so I'm sitting there. I have a video. I videotaped the shit. Took my time. I moved all the fucking furniture in my house to one side so I could have a blank fucking wall to do this in front of, so my hairy ass fucking feet from the kneecaps down to the legs can be shown in frame. And then I had to act out this whole kind of skit that's been acted out on Sesame Street before with a pair of feet, with my own feet. So, like, I do this whole thing. I send it to him. He's telling me, oh, this is awesome. It's great. And I'm thinking, yeah, my feet are the best feet ever. Like, they're going to make it to Hollywood, son. I'm going to be moonwalking up bitches. And lo and behold, I get that email from fucking Backstage. And the first thing I think is, what the fuck? Like, I just sent someone an audition of me doing some foot fetish shit, and that dude's probably at home fucking, and, like, I had to sit there for the longest time and, like, let this shit dawn on me, let it sink in, because I was thinking, like, holy shit, like, what is this, what is going on right fucking now? And so for me, I just had to laugh. Like, I really had to laugh, because I wanted to be mad. I wanted to be like, fuck that dude, like, what the fuck, who does that shit? But ultimately, I just had to laugh about it, because that's all I could do. I mean, like, the dude wasn't trying to hurt me. He wasn't trying, you know what I mean? Yeah, fuck that dude. He's a sketchball, whatever. He's not in my life anymore. He's not, I kind of extradited as soon as that happened. But, and obviously, they told me they contacted, like, the authorities and all that shit. So, like, it's beyond out of my hands now. I don't give a fuck. But, I mean, there's lessons like these that I've had a variety of weird fucking shit like this happen, because I've been naive through my acting history, and obviously it's just another fucking lesson. But through this foot fetish angel fucking got me to sit down and really articulate my thoughts to the point where now I have a really clear idea of what I want, how I want to do it, and just everything about it. Like, before I was kind of willy-nilly about it. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna act, I'm gonna be Batman, fucking, I don't know, I don't even know what I thought. Like, I thought, just do it, get acting, whatever. But, now since then, I've been in a short, I've taken acting classes, I'm currently working on getting more auditions. Like, yeah, whatever, I mean, it's not the biggest thing in the world, I'm not, like, doing crazy right now. Like, it's all amateur shit. I'm still, starting and all that, networking, all that bullshit. But not only do I feel more confident, better in my place with all this because of that, which is weird because this dude really made me sit down and think about the shit. But then there's that weird fucking flip side to it where he's some type of fucking sexual deviant trying to look at my feet. So, I mean, out of all that, I mean, all I could do was laugh and kind of like looked at the positive and the negative in it and just took it for what it was. But I don't know. I've had a variety of shit. So that's one small thing that's kind of happened in the span of my last podcast to now. Besides jumping from fucking like 5 billion different jobs because I got tired of fucking cooking. And anyone who cooks out there, mad respect. I love food. I love to fucking cook. I love cooking. I hate cooking for people. I fucking hate working at restaurants. I hate how everybody's fucking pissy all the time. You fucking go home smelling like fucking anything you touch that day, from garlic to onions to fucking doesn't matter. So like, anyways, that has nothing to do with anything. But I mean, like, now I'm doing a lot better, obviously job wise. So I mean, I'm trying to slowly figure that out with acting. But all I'll say is fucking stay in school, kids. See, I can't even say that right. So if I can't even get a sentence right, you need to fucking stay in school. Get your money, get your paper, do your shit, boo-boo. But anyways, I'm going to have more stories to come. I'm going to have more podcasts soon. I felt like I needed to get a bit of an update out there because I feel like I've been like lost in space or something. I haven't done any podcasting a bit now. And it's mostly because like the past few weekends I've been working on that short horror movie and then work fucking Monday through Friday now that I have a new job. So anyways, these are coming more, and eventually, like, obviously it's not going to be me fucking running my app every single time because I know that gets monotonous and boring. I'm sure at this point you're like, what the fuck? But I think sometimes it's good because obviously for me it's like my own personal diary, or I can get my thoughts out and just kind of go with the flow and be spontaneous. But I'm hoping at the same time it's killing some time for some people. Just fucking whatever, click on the video and you're like, oh yeah, MJ's talking. Doesn't matter. I mean, the whole point of these for me really is just they're fun. Like, I can sit here, I'm by myself in my house right now, go bloop, bloop, and just do whatever. It doesn't matter. But just the idea that the camera's on watching me right now and I do have a voice because it can be put out into the internet, it can be put online, somebody can listen to it, then like that's a good feeling. And if I'm making someone laugh or I'm helping them kill time, fucking maybe I say something crazy and you think of some quantum physics shit, motherfucker. I don't know. All I'm saying is I just want to be pumping data, information, speech, something out into the world, and I feel like this is the best way for me to do it. I love to fucking talk. I love to help people. I love giving advice. I like talking about anything and every fucking thing. Like, I love being outside the box. Start talking about the pyramids with me, aliens, conspiracies. I don't give a fuck. We're going to talk about it. Like, I love it all. Conversation's great. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this shit up. More podcasts to come. Going to have more friends on. Kind of probably shy more away from the interview format that I was doing before, where I just had the fucking headphones and I was doing my thing. I mean, that's fun. It's great. I might do it with select individuals, and by select individuals, I mean people I don't know. Obviously, people I do know, we'll be podcasting. But like in that direct interview format where like I'm asking questions and I'm trying to learn from this dude about something, I don't know when the next one of those will be, but I'll definitely be trying to set one up because those are great too. It's good to learn things. It's good to hear other people's perspectives. But overall, I just want people to have fun with this, and I want to have fun with this, so that's the whole point of these. But yep, alright, motherfuckers. Do your best this week. Work hard. Don't worry. The weekend's coming. Love you all. You're awesome. Conquest Podquest is out, motherfuckers.